Kshama has been working for and achieving things I believe in, such as the $15 an hour minimum wage. She is doing more to put the interests of working class people, minorities, everyone forward on the city council, and to put forward the ideas of socialism, which I believe in. And I am just so impressed with how good and how hardworking she is, and I want to do whatever I can. I'm someone, I lived in Capitol Hill for over 10 years, but because of the prices up there, I can't afford it. I live in Tukwila now, and I'm one of the people who is being talked about in the rents the price is going way too high. People can't afford to live there anymore. It's destroying an area that has a lot of good to it, and I want to see that stopped and reversed if possible.
Well, my name is Natalie Everett. I grew up in an evangelical Christian church, and I've been doing deep examination. I feel like Kshama is standing for justice for the poor, fairness for people who have not had a voice, and they have not had a voice in my church, which seems to be increasingly deaf to the needs that Christ cared about.
So can you tell us why you came to March with Kshama today?
Because I think it's the most important event taking place in the Pride Parade. I had about 6 different groups I could have marched with, but the one that will make the biggest difference in Seattle is Savannah's.
Hey, you want to tell us why you came to March with Kshama today?
Yeah, I came to March with Kshama today because she was the only elected official that I saw at the march and the rally for against hate crimes in Capitol Hill a few weeks ago. And she was at Trans Pride Seattle for the entire event this Friday. And that means everything to me. There's so many things going wrong against the trans community right now. To see my elected official there was amazing.
Hey, why did you come to March with Kshama today?
I came to March with Kshama because Shama's a politician like nobody else right now in Seattle. Seattle City Councilors are the second highest paid in the country. They make $117,000. Kshama only takes $40,000 because that's the average salary of a working person. How could somebody possibly represent anybody that doesn't share their class interests? So I'm marching with Kshama because she's the only person that actually represents us, working class, ordinary people, unlike other politicians.
Hey, I come out here to March with Kshama because I'm anti-war. I'm with Veterans for Peace, actually. But I'm here at the Kshama Parade because there's been nothing but war after war since World War II. The United States has killed millions upon millions of people in aggressions, not for self-defense. And the system itself has to change. You can try to protest the wars. You can try to stop them when they come over the horizon, but nah, it's too late then. You have to change the system. It's capitalism, baby. So I'm out here with the Socialist Party. Thank you.
Of course.
Can you tell us why you're out here working with Kshama today?
Because I think it's important to get involved with somebody who's an actual voice for working people in the city.
I came to work for Kshama because she represents the working people and she works very hard to make right what's wrong in this world.
Kshama is the only representative, or one of the few representatives in City Council that really pushes forward the needs of the people, and that's exactly what we need in this city that has the disparity of wealth. We have so much opportunity to make this a world-class city, and we need that. I'm standing with Kshama because she stands for Seattle and against corporate greed taking over Seattle and Seattle neighborhoods.
Why you're here?
Sure, I'm Tammy Morales, and I'm here at the Pride Parade walking with the Kshama campaign because we are supporting civil rights for everyone, and we know that the fight isn't over. We're very excited to be here with our LGBT brothers and sisters, but we know, and Kshama knows, that the fight's not over. We have to continue fighting for civil rights, for dignity, for working families, for the poor, for our brothers and sisters of minorities and black and brown brothers and sisters. So we're here today to make sure that the fight continues, and I'm excited to be here and supporting her and supporting working families.
I'm here to support my gay brothers and sisters, of course, but I'm walking with Kshama. I got arrested 2 years ago with Kshama before she was a city councilwoman. We were trying to stop an illegal foreclosure in South Park. And from that experience, I realized that Kshama walks her talk. And if I'm going to vote, or I'm in a doorbell or work for anyone, I'm going to work for a politician who walks the talk. And I believe in what she's saying. And she's one of my heroes. And I think she's creating an awakening for people. I just adore her.
I'm here with Kshama because I think the most pressing issues facing the LGBTQ community in Seattle and all over the country are things like homelessness, discrimination in jobs and housing, economic inequality, poverty. The rates of homelessness for LGBTQ youth are just staggering, absolutely through the roof. And while I think the Supreme Court decision upholding marriage equality is amazing and it's a huge step forward, I think there's still a whole lot of progress left to make. And I think a lot of that progress that we need to make is in the form of improving economic conditions and economic inequality for the LGBTQ community. And Kshama is the only person in Seattle right now who is really taking that on in a big way, fighting to tax developers, to overturn the ban on rent control, to tax the super wealthy so we have more money for social services, so we can afford to fund an LGBTQ shelter and a center, rent control so that, you know, the community that has historically lived on Capitol Hill can continue to afford to live there and not continue to be displaced. So I think in a very real and concrete way, Kshama is the person who is fighting most actively for the things that the community needs. That's why I'm here.
I'm marching with Kshama because she is the voice for the working people here in Seattle, and she is with the LGBTQ, and she's just a powerful voice for the city.
Hi, my name is Jess Spear, and I'm here to march in the contingent to re-elect Council Member Kshama Sawant. And also I'm here to celebrate the historic victory that was just passed on Friday with marriage equality, and to talk about what we need to do to move forward on trans equality, on all the other issues beyond marriage equality. So I'm excited to be out today. And also we're marching in honor of Chelsea Manning and all that she stood up for, not only calling out the war crimes, but talking about what's necessary for trans rights and women that are in prison.
We need a candidate that represents ordinary people and the interests of ordinary people, and Kshama can do that. We've got a movement behind Kshama Sawant. This isn't just one person.
Hey, why are you marching with Kshama today?
Because she is a unique candidate who does not take money from big business, and because of that she's willing to actually stand up for the rest of us. She's the one who's fighting for rent control, won the minimum wage, and we have so much that we need to fight against with big business trying to take over our parks and kicking us out of the city by raising rents. We desperately need her voice in City Hall.
Are you going to march with Kshama's float today?
Yes. I am here to essentially, I think it's just really a beautiful gay pride day because we've just legalized across the country the right to marry, and this is the first time that this has ever existed, and this is the first time I've ever been here, so I think it's just nice that we get to celebrate on the eve of this special moment for LGBT communities.
Kshama's social values totally line up with my values, and although I usually consider myself a Democrat, Kshama surpasses Democrats in every way possible because she's actually making a difference instead of being bought off by big money.
Hey, could you tell us why you're here with Kshama Sawant today?
Well, we've come a long way in some ways, but there's still a lot more work to be done. Still need to fight hate crimes against LGBTQ people. We still need to get affordable housing. Still a lot of work to be done, and I want to be part of that.
Yeah, you know, Seattle's just getting incredibly expensive for ordinary people. We need to stand up and fight back for what we need for a city that works for all of us. You know, the LGBTQ community built up Capitol Hill to be what it is, and they should be able to afford to live in their community and stay there. We need rent control, we need public affordable housing, we need Tenants' Bill of Rights, and Kshama doesn't take any corporate money. I know that she's on our side.
Yeah, I'm here with Kshama because she accepts no donations from corporations. It's a grassroots movement, and she's not afraid to stand up to the system and the establishment. She has guts. That's why I'm here.
In this town, get up, get down. There's a trans rights movement in this town, get up, get down. There's a trans rights movement in this town, get up, get down. There's a trans rights movement in this town, get up. Rent control, make Seattle affordable. Rent control, make Kshama Sawant campaign! Kshama Sawant is a Seattle City Council member who has worked tirelessly to challenge the status quo. Economic justice for all! She's also the only city council member who is actually not vying for way into re-election. She's going out and getting each individual signature needed. Whereas other candidates can pay a fee and get in, she opted to go to the street and get the people to re-elect her. I love you too, Kshama. Re-elect Kshama Sawant. The new socialist movement. Lives matter! Lives matter! Lives matter! Just